Hello, this fourth orientation video of Technical Writing Online is focused on the Analytic Report, our semester-long project. So it's meant to help you understand what it is you're going to be doing and some important things to help you get started. So I want to go find the assignment sheet for the Analytic Report. And again, we always go in through modules to access our assignments. And you'll see inside the Module 1, I've got the Analytic Report writing assignment. So I will open it, and as I mentioned, I think it's really helpful to download and even print these and put them in your notebook. Let's talk about first, you're going to be writing a recommendation report. So Chapter 18 focuses on what a recommendation report is. There's also a chapter from Technical Writing Online for you to read about them. But basically, and I try to highlight it here, is a report that considers multiple options and recommends some action to address some need, problem, or opportunity. By definition, it's about recommending a choice of action. So it is, the textbook talks about, there's two different kinds. Basically, it is either a decision between multiple options, option A, option B, option C, D, E, whatever. Or perhaps it's more of a single option, like should we do A or not do A? So depending upon what you end up focusing on, it's going to be one of those kinds of reports. I've got some example ones. I want to talk about choosing your topic because that's going to be where you're thinking right here from the beginning of the class. So you're starting with a problem or an opportunity, beginning with where there's some need or a selection of choices. So I'm going to want you to kind of think about something that interests you, that is around you. I've written some possible ones that people have done in the past. You know, you need to get a car. What kind of car do you recommend? Your company is looking to purchase some kind of software to accomplish some purpose. Which, type of software should they get? You've gotten money for a new laptop. Which laptop would be the best one to fit within your budget? You need to get a new water softener for your house. Well, what water softener do you recommend? So you see the kind of topics it is. So in Interim Report 1, which is due pretty fast, I'm going to have you give me a few options for me to give you some feedback and help you select. You're going to want to give me kind of the scenario of the problem or opportunity. This could be something that you kind of fictionalize in a sense. You kind of imagine that you're a company and you're going to be helping to recommend this. What is the actual problem or opportunity? And what aspect of it is technical? Because I really am going to want you to, since we're a technical writing class, to pick a topic that is technical in nature. And state your recommending question. What should we do about problem X? Should we do function X? Should we use technology A or technology B to do function X? These are the kind of questions that are on page 471, and yours is going to be one of those types. And then you're going to give me the criteria, the kind of decision points, the basis upon which you're going to make your recommendation. What are the standards you're going to use to measure your options? So in the assignment sheet, I give you an example one that someone did a year or two ago. So what's the scenario? Okay, you work for a construction firm with large contracts for fixing and modeling homes in Rockport, Texas. It was damaged by Hurricane Harvey. Your company will be painting many houses and commercial properties, and you need to use an extremely durable paint to withstand the weather and conditions on the coast. So what's the technical nature of this topic? okay, you're going to be recommending a paint. Well, paints are pretty complex chemicals, and choosing the right paint will be based upon chemical properties of that paint. So that's definitely technical. So the actual recommending report question, what paint is best for this construction firm to use to withstand the extreme weather conditions of Rockport, Texas? So there's that kind of framing of it as a question, and your report is going to provide the answer to that for, in this case, this construction firm. So that's in the scenario, it's kind of nice if you either have a real audience or you fictionalize an audience for your report. And the criteria for responding, okay, you want it to be extremely durable for the coastal conditions. Of course, you want it to be as economical as possible. You're going to be buying a lot, and it affects your margins. Other factors might be ease of application, the environmental friendliness or toxicity of it, maybe the method for cleanup, and maybe some other ones. But that's 5 different criteria, and that's plenty for making up your decision. So you're going to want to give me something similar to this for 2 to 4 possible recommendation report topics in that interim report 1. And to give you a kind of overview, we've got the problem-solving model for preparing a recommendation report. And that's on, let's see, it's page 474. And here's the graphic of it. But identifying the problem or opportunity, establishing criteria. So that's what you're kind of proposing to me in interim report 1. And I'm going to give you some feedback. And that's what you're going to kind of set up first. With a little bit of research, you'll figure out your options. So let's say with that paint example, if you did go for that and you've got those 5 criteria, as you begin to learn some about paint, you figure that, you know, it probably is going to come down to either this paint or that paint. Maybe there's a third one. You kind of narrow down your options, and then this is really the meat of the project, is studying each option according to the criteria. So you're going to research, let's say with paint, you know, some of the, you know, durability. What is the, you know, kind of, one claims to be more durable than another. What is it kind of chemically that's different between them? Perhaps you might learn some of the technical aspects of the chemical formulation and determine that maybe this paint A is really more durable than paint B. But that's going to take some research and study. And then you'll pull together your results from your research into each one of those criteria, and you're going to kind of compare them and draw your conclusions, and based upon your conclusions, you'll make your recommendation. So, so that's the process of the recommendation report. And let's go back for a second and get a big picture view of the calendar so you can see then kind of what our time frame is. Here's our calendar. And you'll see that here we are starting the class. We've got our interim report due Tuesday of week 2. And so you're going to want to be thinking now about possibilities, and give me some possibilities, then we'll kind of go back and forth until we land on a topic, and ideally you'll have your topic determined by the end of week 2. Interim report 2, you're going to provide you've been doing some research. It's kind of like a tentative bibliography for your project. Interim report 3 is basically just kind of where you are with working on it. And then the final project is here. Notice that all the way through when we're turning in assignment 5, you're going to be needing to work on the analytic report as we're working on other things. So it's you know, once we turn in assignment 5, you can focus only on the analytic report. But so I hope this helps you get started. it helps you kind of see what we're going to be doing and the kind of project we're going to be writing. There's an example analytic report in Chapter 18 also. I've got links to other ones, so I encourage you to check those out so you get more of a feel of what this kind of project is, and think about possible topics you could write on, and contact me with any questions.